Yeah, I walk one. Oh, I forgot you guys can't see it the way I see it. A little too close. Okay, we are back with a Cyberpunk photo session. Okay, we're going to be using Morocco V here. And I think I'm going to be doing some cars. I don't know yet. These photo sessions are going to be a lot more random now that I'm mostly basing these photos off of trying to keep them as professional as possible so that they would be worthy of hanging up on someone's wall versus just snapping any old thing like I used to. You know what? One of these days, though, go ahead straight out of photo mode. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. I do all things photography. Now, Morocco V here, I kind of want it to look like she's in Morocco. So we're going to add a bunch of mountains, a lot of sand, and a lot of palm trees. We're going to be using this sand, more coarse. So not quite beachy, but summer, you know? Anyways, if I'm remembering correctly, which I think I am, I had downloaded a long time ago high quality food meshes in this game, and I completely forgot to make use of them. So one of these days I might even attempt some fucking some stock image style stuff, but here in Cyberpunk. I think that'd be kind of crazy. Of course, I won't use it for much. It'll just be, you know, just for the fact of taking pictures. But it would be kind of cool just to do. Have some professional looking stock images, macro style. Although realistically, I need to get some fake food in real life so I can do that in real life. That'd be a little bit more fun. What I need to do as well is get my hands on a good camera, like a GoPro, so I can do a little bit more real life stuff. It won't be like full on photo sessions, not yet, not till I get me a whip. But it'd be cool to do for now. So I get a good vehicle. I'm not looking on Facebook no more, man. Facebook ain't got nothing. Which, who's surprised? It's Facebook. Let's be real here. Facebook ain't got crap, man. I be looking and I'm looking and I'm looking. And everything is just fucking junky, janky messes that people are overpricing the crap out of. Someone had the nerve, the gall, to be selling a short bed, a 1990s short bed pickup for $4,500 and a GMC short bed pickup. Not the little S10s, not those little turds. I love those little joints, but no, that's a little too small. You know, just a 1500. The 1500s for $4,500 and $5,000. Now, here's the thing. You're probably wondering, well, that's not that bad for a short bed OBS. Which you would be correct. If it had an engine, transmission, and a chassis, you would be correct. The problem is, the both of them had neither of that. Actually, no, I think the GMC had a chassis, but that's it. These fools is out of their fucking mind, and I'm sick of it. So I'm not looking in Facebook no more, because you know Facebook is more for local listings. I'm sick of local listings. Ain't nothing worth nothing. People trying to scam out here. Problem is, I ain't got time for your scams, suckers. I will not. I will not. Crap is ridiculous. $5,000 dang dollars for a body, not even a frame. You ain't even at least got the frame. You got a fucking chassis with nothing attached to it. Come on, son. Hold on. Does Morocco have beaches? I'm messing up here. Let me see. I'm pretty sure it does actually. Morocco. Got that wrong. Have beaches. I think it does. Not 100% sure though. You know what I'm saying? Thousands of miles of coastline. Ah, okay. So let's go ahead and get some palm trees in here. We did. Oh shoot, she doesn't have a boost. But yeah, I'm like, yo, I can't with you fools no more. Overpricing a fucking frame. Hold up. So you just gonna watch this many minutes of the video and you ain't even gonna hit the subscribe button? That's crazy to me. Subscribe right now, man. Let's get back into the video. Or a body, I mean. It didn't even at least have a frame. Get the fuck out of here, man. Really? I'm sick of it. The local listings is killing me. The local listings, I've had enough. We out here selling fucking dried up, dry rotted out bodies with no chassis, no transmissions, no engines, no capability whatsoever of running, not even an attempt to at least be able to start it in any way, shape, or form, because there's no fucking engine in it. What are we doing out here, man? It's ridiculous. Now, come on, son. I get it. It's hard times out here. You feel what I'm saying? People be trying to get money any way they can, but you're a dang fool if you think someone's going to be purchasing that isn't a fucking mechanic who's going to do the mechanic special and fix them up. I say that loosely because you know how that is. People don't actually be fixing a dang thing. They be doing the mechanic special and it's a piece of dang junk for the most part. That thing needs to get out the dang sunlight. You know what I'm saying? It be pieces of fucking dookie, straight junk. Oh, wait, what? Oh, that's the cut and this is the lying low. Wait, what? No, that's not from the right angle. Never mind. Oops. I'll just keep it there. You're more than likely not going to see it in the picture. You're more than likely not going to see that. Just need a good, lengthy general area so that when we actually stop to do her photos, you'll see all the foliage in the background. I'm trying to think what would be a good fast thing we can add. Let's see. Or a Rocco. Something that she can chill out on while she's on the beach. Not really like use it, but it'll just be there for looks. I have the palm trees back there. Yeah, crap is crazy out here, man. People are overpricing every fucking thing. So I'm like, okay, you know what? You know what I need to do? I just simply need to get my hustle on, because I need to do that anyways. Back off of YouTube. I'm sure people will understand. They don't understand. Hey, what can I say? I gotta get my real life corrected out here. YouTube has definitely been the catalyst of my life not being where it should be. So most people will easily be able to understand why I'm like, okay, I'm gonna back off of YouTube. Now, granted, because I'm always gonna do photo sessions, you will definitely still see photo sessions pop up. I'll probably record these on Saturdays and Sundays whenever I feel like doing a bunch of photos, kind of like now. Just got off of Skyrim. But yo, really? The prices is ridiculous, man. The prices is ridiculous for straight junk. I mean, true junk, scrapyard junk. That if it was in the scrapyard, no one would even bat a fucking eye. You wouldn't even think like, yeah, that should be here. You wouldn't think of that because you would glance over it each and every time. That's what people are overpricing. Straight landfill or scrapyard junk. And dead serious and adamant on it too. I know what I got. Those type of guys. No, you don't. You ain't got a fucking thing. Them dang prices is crazy. Now, granted, with a lot of the vehicles I do be seeing people overpriced, I'm not really trying to get them. I'm trying to get whatever is stupidly reliable so I can use it to work, do real life photo sessions and whatnot. I'm gonna try to get me a little online jobby job, so that's the main reason why y'all not gonna really be seeing me upload super often. Videos will be every Friday, like shorts on like Wednesdays and stuff, because I'm trying to be busy, and I will not be letting YouTube take over my life any dang more. I'm tired of it. There's a lot of things that I should have got done in life I didn't get done because I fucking was lied to with YouTube. Hey, it is what it is, you know. Now it's just time to get to work. Although if a class action lawsuit ever pop up, I'm jumping in that. Keep it 100 with you. I'm not even gonna lie with you. I mean, to you. I ain't even gonna lie to you. If a dang class action lawsuit ever pop up, I'm on that. Just off of principle. What's a good? We need a good. Okay, there we go. I'll just fart. Good desert brush here. Good desert brush. I don't know what Morocco has on their beaches. I didn't really look it up. I'm kind of just adding generic desert lush, pretty much, which will work just fine. It is desert stuff. I don't know if I want the sun to be directly over her, in front of her, or what. In fact, let's up the graphics and find out. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna focus on what I need to focus on. You know what I mean? Until I can start doing jobs in the open world, because I'm not about to be sitting here Ubering around all the dang time. That's going to become costly and very inefficient. I would much rather just, you know, I'll get some online jobs, which I would have had one had I not messed it. I messed up. It's all good though. I'm gonna try to find another one. Though I did find one, so matter of fact, not look for another one. I already found one. I need to sign up to that joint. Pretty dang fantastic. Up to $21 an hour and a $2,000 bonus from when you become certified. So, mess with that. Yeah, there's a lot I'm trying to get done, a lot I'm trying to do, and I am tired of looking around locally because the prices are ridiculous for straight garbage. People want an arm and a leg for fucking scrapyard trash. Oh, you idiots done lost your mind, man. Slightly above her. I put a lamp around. Smell freaking popcorn. I haven't had popcorn in so long. It's gonna stay that way. Because after what had happened, I refused to eat popcorn ever again. Normally people get upset when the husk gets stuck in your tooth. Nobody ever talks about when it gets stuck at the back of your dang throat and now you're coughing to fucking death. That was the last time I ever had popcorn. I was like 20 years old, dude. It's been 10 years since I had popcorn. Might have been younger, honestly. Might have been, like 18, 19. Last time I had popcorn. Plus, who knew that crap can, the dust can get in your fucking lungs. Give you a good old popcorn lung. Like the same crap you get from vaping. Some madness, boy. That's a little too gray. Oh, I didn't turn off the depth of, or not depth of field, the volumetric fog, did I? Crap, it's crazy. Now, of course, you gotta be just straight tearing it up, eating fucking popcorn dang near every day, every hour. But still, at the fact that you can get a slight bit of it from popcorn is, that was enough to make me like, I'm not gonna be eating that bullcrap no more. But, I mean, honestly, the fucking corn husk getting stuck in between your teeth was definitely more common than to get stuck at the back of your throat, and that crap was, obviously very annoying. Having fucking corn husk stuck between your dang teeth. Throw something up so, but yeah, I'm trying to get my hustle on. It is, it's the weekend, like I said, it's the weekend, so I don't really mind recording something right now. But this will not be happening on the weekdays anymore. More recording videos on the weekdays, no more spending my whole days recording and editing videos. This lighting is not helping. It's not picking up the lamp properly. It's going against the lamp, man. Or more of like an early day kind of thing here. Hide that real quick. See if we could get a more proper natural light, maybe. Not bad, but it's not great either. Well, I typically do twilight hour sunlight. It's always the best. Always gives you the best results. And if you ever want sun in the background of your photo, also works very well for that too. Yeah, see, that's just crispy and clean right there. Don't need it any other dang way right there, boy. So, yeah, I'm trying to get my dang hustle on. So if there's ever a moment where all of a sudden there's no videos at all, which I kind of doubt that would happen because I'm also doing videos of when I get a physical print to show y'all the quality of them and all that. Yeah, I'm trying to do that. I'm trying to do some real life stuff now. Okay. Or more of the digital. Unless it's like what we're doing now where it's high quality. And I don't exactly mind recording it because I know I'm going to be on here for a while. To get this done. You feel what I'm saying? Right about there. And let's go ahead, give her a slight smile. Like now, a lot of the times when I do character photos, I don't even do that many anymore. Because I want to make sure that I'm doing the best of the best. Versus just kind of dumping them out. Like I used to. And then most of them kind of end up being not exactly... not bad quality, but not at the best quality. Because I'm taking too much time to do a lot instead of a little time to do just like one or two really good ones. Like we're doing now. Well, I do wish I had a better option than the dang Steam screenshot thing. I don't think that Steam joint takes them at the best quality that it can. You're doing photos, you kind of want it to be like the absolute best quality that you can do. And I don't think the Steam joint is really like, you know, pulling its weight for real. Might be. Could be wrong. Might be. I could be wrong. Let me see here, Mr. President. That light back up, or actually, let me make it a little bit more warm. A little too cool for what we are doing right now. Not really matching the area around her. Very clearly warm theme, summer theme we got going on right now, thing. I also want it to be a little bit more professional. I'm kind of doing what I normally do. You see something here? Let me bring the sun down a little bit more. Or actually, hold on, let me see something. I'm trying to do more... yeah, you know what? That might be it. We want it to look a little bit more professional. When you have... depending on the sunlight you set for your character, it makes it look a whole lot more realistic. This looks a whole lot more realistic than what I was just doing. Because lighting can make the difference. Believe it or not, you're not exactly... you don't exactly want to do your character's photos under direct sunlight like this. But at the same time, it is a fairly common time that a lot of people use, especially for beach photos. I mean, you can kind of just see it. I mean, y'all see it a little cut off, of course. But even then, with what you guys can see, you can see how the quality level is quite a bit different with this setting of the sunlight. This is going to be very easy for me to make it look more realistic than it honestly already does. And that is a good thing, really. The easier it is to make it look real, the better. Like I always say, when you're doing virtual photography, the biggest and most important thing is making it look as real as possible. So that people have no choice but to double back and be like, wait, oh shoot, this ain't real. Wow, that's really good. You know, that's what would come from the head. I done seen that many times. There was a dude on Instagram who would make custom donks. For the longest, I'm not gonna lie, for the fucking longest, I thought those donks were real. Donks were real. He would make all kinds of cars and put them on the biggest, craziest rims. But I thought they were real because he kept it within somewhat of a realistic range that a lot of people do actually use. So my fool self, man, probably for like the 2 years I knew about that dude's channel, I thought them joints was real. And then one time I was really looking at it. This is when I really started doing much higher quality virtual stuff, even with vehicles. And then, or especially with vehicles. Because at first when I was just doing characters, I couldn't really tell. But when I started doing vehicles, then I could see it. I'm like, wait a minute. These fucking cars ain't real. These are fucking virtual. He does them on Blender or something. It took me 2 years to realize that, and the only reason I realized it was because I started doing car photos, and I could now tell and see what differentiates a virtual car photo from a real car photo. If it wasn't for that, I would have never known that he was doing Blender renders. I would not have known, dog. Because for a long time, I thought his joints was real. We're having a lack of sunlight on the side of her face, which isn't making the most sense. That's where the sun is? Could be her hair. We do a spotlight as well as the side of her face here should be having some semblance of sunlight. The hair on the side of her face is not long enough for it to be being blocked that heavily. Gonna go ahead and add a spotlight here. Gonna keep it pinpoint though. Lift it up. Yeah, her hair ain't long enough right there for it to not be giving her any light there from the sun. We got no sunlight right there, boy. Let me make that a little more tan. A tiny bit, not too much. We want it to look like natural-ish sunlight. The dang eyelash trying to get in my eye as usual. Nothing new there. Nothing new happening there. Completely normal and daily experience as a person with long eyelashes. Nothing new is happening in that region. Alright, there we go. Come on, real quick. Alright. But yeah, once I had realized that, I'm like, what the fuck? Those some dang good renders, man. And like I said, I really only figured it out because I started doing virtual car stuff more often. But it was at that point I'm like, wait, something's off here. I don't think these are real. That's right. I've then opened up his description and it said these are 3D renders. I'm like, holy crap. Them some dang good renders. I thought those were real for 2 years. I'm like, yo, who the fuck is paying for these expensive fucking cars, man? What really got me too was when I was on the brink of trying to figure out, like, are these real or not? He had posted a video of a semi truck on gold Dayton's. I'm like, okay. I see now. These are not real. It took forever. And it was, like I said, it was only because I started doing car photos so I could see the difference. And that dang semi truck. I'm like, ain't no way that's real. Can't be. That's impossible. There are no Dayton's heavy duty enough to fucking pull that off. A whole semi? I read the description. I'm like, oh shoot, my fool self. I should have been seen that. Let's see here. Let's do some couple of different joints. I don't want to do a decent amount. Maybe just 5. We got 2 more. This, of course, is going to be a shorter photo session, but it's kind of the whole point nowadays. Not to be overdoing it. Get some actual, like, top-notch, wall-deserving shots. I mean, we built our little scenery here, you know what I'm saying? Right about there. Let's see, do I need to keep this light? Does this light need to stick around? Or actually, should I make her not look at the camera this time? Do a custom. Oh, yeah, see, that's just what I was about to do. She ended up doing it anyways. Lift her head up some. Put a little bit that direction because she might be looking a little too far to the side. Kind of unnatural. And we pull her eyes down a little bit because it looks like she's looking up. It's going up. It goes down when I go up, and it goes up when I go down. What's the fuck going on? And let's rotate that about there. Yeah, I think that's good. Or actually, let me see. Do we actually need that? Okay. Dead. She ain't getting no light to the face. Just turn it down a little bit. We got a lot of nose shadow going on though. Fix that. There we go. Boom. Perfect. Perfect. And then the editing process will be quick, easy, and fast. Got... Oh, nope, we still need one more. Well, not that quick, actually, because now I actually take the... Before, I would edit my photos to make them sharp and clean, but I would never edit them to make them look real. Now I edit them to make them look real. That's the difference now. That is the difference. You know what I need to do? A game that's still getting a lot of love and people would probably love some dang posters for. Especially if you do like of specific characters. Fucking probably Fort. Probably be Fort. Good old Fort. People love Fort. Fortnite has such a great art style too, it would work, honestly. It probably would really work. Without much of a issue. It probably would work quite fine. Somebody speeding with a Subi. I don't know if y'all can hear that. Big Subaru flying by. Actually, I don't think that is a Subaru. Might be one of those little UTV things. Okay, let's go ahead. Oh, goodness. Neck doing? Can we not with the... I'm gonna say, can we straighten that out? Hey, look, she's looking crazy. There. Eyes, can I even move her dang eyes with the extreme angle that they are at? Barely. Goodness. That is not the look I'm going for. These things is doing the same thing when they're not supposed to be. That's another thing I try not to do too much now, is making my characters constantly stare at the dang camera. Go with that. It's a great pose, but the head position, I'm not feeling the head position. What the fuck? Really? Gotta fix that. What the fuck going on, man? I have to fix that right quick. The fuck? I didn't even have the dang customization. I don't know why it's doing it. Okay, there we go. Alrighty. What the fuck was he looking for? Oops. Changed her face. Let's see here. Mr. President. They're all lame poses. I did pull out the little couch and we ain't used the joint once. Kinda forgot about it, not gonna lie. Completely forgot it was down there. So let's go back, see what the other poses were. Not bad. Do I actually want to use any seated poses? I wasn't exactly thinking about seated poses. I kind of like this one. Like that just chilling on the beach type of thing. Just chilling on the beach, although her leg is being cut off. We need a better pose than that though. If we're gonna do a laying on the ground pose, there are better options. There are better options for sure. Goodness, her spine. Getting spine twisted, man. Really just need one more. But if not, we good then. Because 4 is good enough. 4 is good enough. That's what we be doing nowadays, so. Then I want to do at least one car. I'm going to do at least one car. The Wunk. I don't know what car, though. We're going to have to go on OGV for that, of course, because she got dang near every vehicle I've fucking ever downloaded. Dang near every vehicle I ever downloaded is on that lady. What happens when your main character is also your testing character? You tend to just grab every fucking thing on them, even if it isn't their style. This is how I got so many dang pictures on her. I've done a lot of pictures of her in outfits that I would never normally make her wear. But, you know, you gotta test the mod out. And then if the outfit do look nice, and I end up taking a couple of pictures. Problem is that went a little too long. That'd be the main reason why I probably can't take her tattoos off her. She's had them too long. I have way too many pictures of her with them. If I was to take them off of her, it wouldn't look right. Though I do be wanting to, because for some reason it's a glitch I've been having forever, where their tattoos show through clothing, which is so dang annoying because there's been a few outfits. It be baggy stuff too. Like a lot of the photos y'all have seen me do on her where she's wearing baggy clothes, I'm just hiding it real well. But there are portions of those outfits where her tattoos are visibly going through them. I just hide her well enough that most people probably never even knew. Which is good, because I don't know why it does that. I have yet to figure out what it is, why it is. I don't even know how to figure out. It's like my male characters with the fucking missing skull caps. Why? Why is it doing that? What is it doing that for? iPhone, you know what I'm saying? That crap is annoying as fuck because it's like, you know, I know not always I will, but at some point I will do pictures on my male characters. I know more. Or male character. Not anymore. I still don't know what the fuck that is. Still got no clue how to fucking fix it. I need one last good pose. I can't really think of nothing though. You know? Might have to go ahead and skip on to the vehicles. I have a Charger. Can't go wrong with a Dodge Charger photo. It's impossible to go wrong with a Dodge Charger. Greatest cars of all fucking time. I don't know a single person who don't like a Dodge Charger. Anybody who... You know what? There are people, though. There are weirdos out there. All old cars are just boxy. Man, you looking at the wrong cars then, man. Because definitely not all old cars are just boxy. A lot of them have impeccable shape. Then just the sound, that raw mechanical sound. But then again, some people are, there are a lot of people who are goofy enough to be like, all that horsepower and a car with 200 is faster. It's like, yeah, 30 years newer, it better be faster. It better be fucking faster. That car is coming out of fucking 1998. It better be faster than a car from 1968. It's a world of different technology. It better be faster. If it's not, embarrassing. Especially if it's deemed a sports car. If it's like some old little two-door that can barely crank 130 horsepower, then I don't expect that to be faster. But if it's a sports car from 98 better be faster than a sports car from 68. It better be. If it's not, embarrassing. Ooh, speaking of sports cars from the 90s, we should do some JDM. I have not done any JDM photos. That'd be a perfect idea. I just now thought about that. I'm like, because I was going to do some more muscle cars, but I'm like, you know what? No, I have a lot of JDM. Let's do a Supra, as a matter of fact. Alright, I'm going to switch characters real quick, my good peoples, and we will be, well, I gotta delete all this stuff real quick. We will be right back. We're gonna do a Supra. Okie dokie. I know I said I was gonna do the Supra, but I kind of forgot that the whole thing about these photo sessions is that they were, they always had a theme. And we gotta stick with the theme, because even when I start doing real life photo sessions, they're gonna have a theme to them. So, we're on Pakistani V now. I'm trying to figure out what to do. I want to do something here in the city, kind of like a street photography kind of thing. But I'm just gonna be using her, because using the NPCs for photography is a lot harder. For obvious reasons, you have no control on them. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how I want to do this. But I'll do another photo session one of these days, and that will be strictly Japanese whips. Supra. Surprisingly, no one has made a good EK9 Civic hatchback. So, hopefully one of these days that'll come about. Or unless I just haven't seen it, I need to look. I like this corner right here. I'm kind of wondering though, do I want her against the light? Because the sun rays is looking kind of nice right now. I'll make it a little earlier in the day. You feel what I'm saying? You picking up what I'm putting down? What the fuck? Oh my goodness. That man look horrible. Holy crap, his skin is green. What the f— that man is a zombie. Ethan, holy crap, Ethan. Ethan don't look too good. God. Oh my goodness, Ethan. Holy crap. Oh man, Ethan looked terrible. Okay, we lagging like crazy, but this ain't nothing new for a photo session. Now I'm trying to figure out here. We're gonna go about realistic field of view for a type of camera that people would use, or type of lens that people would typically use for, you know, street photography / street portraits. And it's typically your 35 to 50 millimeters. You could go closer, of course, if you want, but I want to keep this somewhat realistic here. Oh, that's perfect. Yeah, right there. Black and white. Now we have to try to make this look somewhat candid, like she doesn't really know, because of course we want it to look natural, like a natural and true street portrait, not like, oh, I know the camera's there, so I'm just gonna stare into it and do some poses and crap. This is something new that I've done though, so I don't know, I don't even know where I would begin. I think I have a couple of poses that look kind of idle, but at the same time, I'm not 100% sure, buddy. I'm not 100% sure, buddy. We are in Ray Tracing Ultra, of course. Path tracing is a little too much in the city, so I ain't gonna do all that, because then, you know, that's just gonna make the game crash. Ain't no point. We already running at like 2 FPS. We're gonna be running at 0 FPS. The game gonna crash. I know for a fact that I have a pose pack where she kind of holds a phone. It's kind of be looking like she's minding her own business. The problem is, I don't remember what that was called. I don't want to use any lights. I want to make this as natural as possible. For obvious reasons. Because I've been doing a lot of looking up ever since I've been on this crusade of freeing my brain from YouTube, outside of just finishing a couple of videos and whatnot. I don't know why I still have that pose pack. I'm not going to use that. That is not my style. That is not what I do, okay? I genuinely have not used that. But yeah, this is something new that I'm trying here. I ain't never did this before. I mean, this is Night City, so do we want to keep it within the fashion of Night City? Or do we want to try to make it look more today? I think the appeal of it would be Night City, because of the fact that it is Cyberpunk. But at the same time, would it be easier for people to connect to it? Because, you know, though Cyberpunk is a massive game and a lot of people know about it and love it, there's also a massive amount of people who don't know a dang thing about Cyberpunk. But at the same time, would that be the appeal? Someone who's never played Cyberpunk before, they see it and be like, oh man, this is very Cyberpunk. She's in a casual outfit, but she's got a massive shotgun in her hand. It's a huge shotgun, you know what I'm saying? Would that be the appeal? Trying to figure this out, you know what I'm saying? This is what happens when you step into the world of professionalism. Instead of just pulling up on some crap and starting to take a bunch of pictures, now I'm actually like thinking about what needs to be done. See, like that's pretty cool and casual. Problem is, you would have to be a little too close. Never seen this full pose pack. Or should I be closer? I wonder. See, like that looks natural. But would someone actually, like... Ooh, I just backhanded my mic. I'm keeping an eye on Discord now. I mean, Discord. OBS. Because every time I fucking look up, I've been talking to myself for 40 minutes. I mean, technically I already am. But now with no actual recording, that crap keep happening. I need to get a new mic. Let's keep it 100. I've had this mic for so fucking long. It's just time for a new mic. This thing is old. I mean, it still works, but it disconnects fairly often. That crap, to no surprise, is quite annoying. Let me see something here. You look something up right quick. No, that isn't family stuff. I'm trying to make sure I'm doing this correctly. Because the thing with, photos like this, candid overposed. Yeah, see, and that's what I'm thinking here. I'm trying to think like what would be a good candid street pose looking type of thing. Like in this modern day, you could see someone on the side of a sidewalk doing something like this. You genuinely could. There's so many fucking wannabe TikTokers and Instagrammers. It is not impossible. But I also still want it to look somewhat natural. Number one, this pose doesn't look that natural because the angle in which she's in looks kind of absurd. At least to me, it doesn't look natural at all. It doesn't look like she's leaning on anything. It looks like she's just there. And I'm not feeling it. I wasn't feeling it as soon as I clicked it and saw it. I'm like, that looks off. Okay, I thought these were phone poses. I guess not. I don't know what the heck she doing now. Oh, I hear brakes. Nothing? Okay. No. I was hoping. I was hoping. Guess I was wrong. So I guess the objective here is to find the most natural looking poses. What is going to make her look incredibly natural, like some candid street photography? Because apparently that's what people purchase most if it isn't their own family photos. Which makes perfect sense. You want something that's artistic, not so much posed, because posed, that's something like you're going to purchase if you're a professional. Like if you're about to make an art studio or something, you have a studio, any type of studio. Then you might purchase posed photography. But if you're like, if this is like for at home and something you want to put in on your wall, people absolutely tend to go for the more candid stuff. Kind of like some scenery photos. You're not really gonna, I actually do kind of like this pose right here. The problem is there's not enough going on in the scenery. Where the fuck is all the cars at? That's just kind of what I'm just now realizing is there's little to no cars. I say little to no cars. Nigga, ain't a car in sight. Ain't a car to be seen any fucking where. Where's all the vehicles? I have an idea. Not enough NPCs, not enough vehicles. Doesn't look candid enough. I mean, it definitely looks candid, but it looks a little too dead for it to be realistic. We're talking about Night City. California? Man, there's gonna be cars every fucking where. Well, let's go ahead, speed this up real quick. gonna be very laggy, but hopefully a car or two will pop up at some point. More people, maybe? Something. We're just losing people instead, honestly. I've just ruined the photo that I had. What little bit of life that was in the photo is now gone. I was trying to make it look more realistic. Ended up doing less. He doesn't have enough vehicles for me to spawn on my own. I did that for one of my characters because there just, for some reason, there was no cars around. So I'm like, okay, let me just spawn on myself. The problem is we're in the middle of the town. That's going to cause some severe lag. When I did that on the other character, she was on the spot that Songbird has. You go to the Brooklyn spawn in one of those missions without spoiling anything. Yeah, that was it. So we're way underground. Can't be seen by any dang thing. This is a good candid shot though. It's not bad. It does look natural. That's what I like about it. So I want to use it, but where the fuck is every dang body? Why they all listed right? Number one. Number two, where's a vehicle? There's no vehicles up there either. I did turn the traffic back on, didn't I? I did. Crowded traffic is on. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna be right back. Let me let it run for a little while. I guess this area is just not really condensed with traffic because I've been standing here for like 2 minutes now. Ain't nothing really happening. NPC got stuck to me. That was about it. I sent him to the shadow realm so you can't even see him no more. He was in my way. Yeah, I saw one truck drive that way, which is kind of confusing because there ain't really nothing down there. Yeah, I guess this area is just not condensed with traffic, so. Oh, good. First bit of traffic is in the dang cop car. Come on, man. I guess, I was hoping for more life in the photo. Problem is, she only got 3 vehicles. So I can't really spawn nothing myself. That's it. I'm gonna have a bike with no person on it. Alright, well, guess we'll just do what we can do. Okie dokie. We're gonna have to do with what we can do here, and of course some editing will happen afterwards because, you know, she got a cigarette in her mouth, but there won't be any smoke, so I'm gonna edit that afterwards to my bestest abilities. Where'd I have that at? 35, negative 35? Yeah, there we go. In black and white. Although that, my usual favorite, number 3 here, also looks pretty dang good. Back down 35 millimeter. 35 field of view. About there. Yeah, I wanted it to be as realistic as possible. I guess there's just not that many NPCs that walk around this area, but what we will do, actually, matter of fact, is let's turn this back up so we can at least have some people possibly walk through. I do want at least some bit of people in the photo to make it look a bit more realistic. She's just out here in the middle of a dang fucking, what is this called? A neighborhood, but ain't no dang people. It ain't gonna look right for obvious reasons. I'm wondering if I should make the dark so darker. I can do that afterwards, but I also can do it right now. Make those darks just a little darker, you know what I'm saying? To get that monochrome. Not too monochrome, because we want to be able to, you know, see everything properly, but enough that stuff is nice and sharp. Nice, for some reason. Okie dokie. What pose was that? Taking a whole lot more since I made the... There ain't no dang NPCs. Where the fuck are the NPCs at, brother? Get about it, dog. I was trying. I really did. I really tried. It will still be her as the predominant focus any dang ways. I forgot what pose pack that was, though. Yeah, I thought I had some other poses though that made it look like a character's on a phone. But really, hold on, what about the one with the camera though? Be kind of tight, wouldn't it? Actually, wait, smile or something. It's just a simple smile, nothing too crazy. I'm trying to go for mostly the candy. Like something other joints just to goofing around with, because it won't be like 1 or 2. I'll probably do like 5 photos. That's the new thing, 5 photos, because 10 is probably too much. More than likely, I'm not exactly going to find something I'm going to feel like it's like top notch when these are pre-crafted photos, pretty much. You know, the angle is bad. She's pointing the camera forward, but she's looking downward. I could fix that, but this is not what I want to do anyways. That is not what I'm looking to do anyways. Gotta go back to where the heck we were. I forgot what that was though. Yeah, I want stuff to look a little bit more natural. You feel what I'm saying? Just a little bit more natural. Because the problem with what I've been doing all this time is making my characters like they're professionals. The problem is people tend not to really mess with professional stuff like that because it doesn't really give you that slice of life. Maybe if you own a studio or something and you need fucking photos for the studio, then yeah, sure. But if you're just a regular person at home who wants to decorate their home, you're looking for stuff that's going to give you a slice of life. Okay? Unless you specifically want professional stuff, but that tends to be a lot more rare because there's no feeling behind it. You feel what I'm saying? When you see a picture that's all natural, it's a group of people and they're just, you know, like now we got it on the side of on the side of the street here. It's a group of people having good laughs, a group of friends and whatnot. That feels more natural. You can feel the vibe from that. You can feel the friendship, I guess, if you want to say, of that photo. Versus a professional setting, white background, person is sitting in a chair, they're wearing some crazy outfit, you know, professional stuff. You're not gonna get the same vibe from that. If you saw those type of photos all in a dang studio, all would be perfect. Because it'd be like, oh man, this is such a professional looking studio. Look at the photos and look at the way they have the building set up. Then you would think of it like that. But if you also went into a professional studio and you saw a bunch of friendly, naturally taken photos, street photography stuff, you'd be kind of confused because it's like it doesn't really match the whole point of a professional setting. The problem is your home is not a professional setting. That's your home. Stuff you have in your home, you want to be warm. You know what I'm saying? You want it to match the presence of your home, inviting and warm and welcome. You know, when your family members or your friends step inside, they see the type of stuff you got on your wall, and it's like, oh man, it's so warm, cozy in here, so homey in here. You know what I mean? That's the type of stuff you'd be looking for. Something natural. That is what I have not been doing all these years. That is the exact opposite of what I've been doing all these years. That's why I kind of got her with the little tank top. It's a very casual and realistic outfit. The little boy's suck shirt. It's a very modern thing. I'm trying to figure out what's a good angle for this though. I mean, I guess when you're trying to make it fairly natural, most angles are pretty good. I also want this to be a little less bright. The brightness is quite jarring, people would say. It's just a little too bright. There we go. Ooh. What is that? 75. I'm still waiting on my frame to come through from Amazon. I finally found a beautiful frame for a photo I've printed out. The print looks absolutely incredible. It took 60 years to find a frame for it, so I make sure I will no longer be doing 15 by 10s because apparently that is not as common as I thought. So hopefully that doesn't cause too many problems with trying to sell it. And let me see here. For home. Let me see here, brother. Yeah, see, it's stuff like this, kind of like what I'm doing now. I want a better angle though, so I'm gonna keep messing around with it. Let me do street because technically we are doing some form of street here. So angles, from what I'm seeing, because see, I'm gonna be getting into this my dang self, some street stuff. Angles are typically straightforward. I mean, you're standing up, you're taking a picture, or you're kneeling down, you're taking a picture. It's quite literally that simple. I mean, of course, there's composition and making sure that the shot actually makes some form of sense and is telling some type of story. Because, I mean, at the end of the day, all art styles are about telling a story. What are you trying to purvey to people? You feel what I'm saying? Now, honestly, right here, even though this is very open and random, I'm already loving the way this looks. Just because it does indeed give you that vibe of something that is naturally happening. Somebody's sitting on a sidewalk smoking a cigarette in fucking Night City, and even in real life is really not crazy. Especially if you like in New York or somewhere, nothing crazy. Not even by the slightest. My issue is our unfortunate lack of people. Not that many people in this photo, but honestly, it's kind of fine because sometimes you don't see that many people. That's what I want to. That's what I'm doing here. Attempting to make this look as realistic and as natural as possible. Ain't gonna be easy, but I'm gonna figure it out. You know what I'm saying? I wish there were more people around. But as you can see, they kind of disappearing on me. Go forward angle 2. And I'm gonna try to edit just a little bit of smoke in her coming out of her mouth, just a little bit, not too crazy. It has to be natural looking, of course. I'm really not the graphic designer kind, so it will be a little extra work that I ain't never did before, but I'm gonna figure it out. A little closer. I just took an actual picture on accident. Didn't mean to do that. Hopefully the game doesn't crash. Oh my goodness. I hope that's not what y'all actually seeing. That look ridiculous right now. What the fuck is that, man? Okay, it's back. Coder overloaded. I'm sure it fucking is. I didn't mean to do that. Uh-oh. I didn't mean to do that. Okay, we're back. I did not mean to do that. Got a little bit of hair going through her neck, but I can fix that pretty easily. Snap that right there. Alright, boom, so that's 3. Now we need 2 more. Let's get her up from here and try to get some other casual style stuff. I'm wondering if I should change her outfit. That might help with the candid look. Same lady, different outfit. You know, some people fake candids, but do it properly. Quality is still there. I'm wondering, I don't know if I gave her enough clothes for that though. Some of these clothes is old as fuck. Yeah, these clothes is old as fuck except for that. Okay, we'll keep her in the little shoes. Which will actually, hold on. Ah, never mind. So does she have any heels that would match this silvery pants looking stuff? This silverish looking stuff. It is in the middle of the summer, and in the modern day, there are a lot of people who be walking around wearing stuff like this. So I feel like maybe it'll fit. We'll see. After all, this is why I take multiple photos now. Pick and choose whichever ones you like. Which ones you don't like, you don't. You know, I keep them because they are still good quality. They're just not good enough for like a wall print, maybe, but they're still good quality. Maybe the red. Big shoes. Oops. we'll keep with the shoot. More than likely, we're not even gonna really see her bottom half. Oh, make it look like she's smoking in front of the store, maybe. I'm wondering if I even need to be in ray tracing, because with black and white, you probably won't be able to tell. Let's test that out, actually. Usually it's the lighting that looks pretty bad, so there's a possibility. I mean, I can already kind of see it. It doesn't look great. Okay, yeah. I was trying. Knowing dang well it never worked like that. Yeah, you can see the difference in lighting quality already. Instead of her whole leg being lit up while being behind something, it's actually being hidden by the shadow of the tree. Let's see here. Mr. President. I don't know why I keep saying that. I've been saying that dumb crap all this fucking week. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and put that contrast up. Photo being overloaded. Man, shut up, man. Okay, actually, since she's already in the shadows, we're not gonna need to darken that much more. Let's see. Get black and white up. Or actually, maybe because got the gray lightens it up a little bit. Say about 15 should be good. I'm wondering if I should add a little bit of backlight just for enhancement. Keep it natural looking, but just for a little bit of enhancement to our quality and lighting. Add a good area light to just enhance everything a bit. Get that right there, you know what I'm saying? Increase that just a little bit, not too much, because you don't want it to look professional. Still want it to look completely, mostly casual. Or candid, I mean, casual. Whether this was professional or not, it's already casual. Yeah, see, that enhances it a bit, and then we go ahead and redarken. So then we get a little bit of better quality with the photo. Right about there. See, now we can really see her better while still having the darks be darks. It makes it just a bit more natural looking. But we gotta turn it now because it's not facing that way. I should put a light blocker behind her, actually. Hopefully that won't take away from... Actually, no, you can't see it that much. It kind of blends in pretty well. Let's see here. What's a good casual pose? Because the main thing is always attempting... it's always the attempt to make your character look like they don't know what's happening. Because that is street photography. Most people, when you pull up on a fool with a camera, a professional camera, they don't see it as this fucking influencer is bothering me. They see it as, okay, photographer, just keep doing what I do. Because that is the beauty of holding the camera. That is the beauty of holding a big or professional looking camera. People do not see you as a nuisance. Unless they genuinely just aren't a fan of being in front of a camera. But from all the years I've seen it, shoot, even when I was just in when I was just on the strip a couple of days ago, not a couple of days ago, about a month ago, and I had that big old camera in my hand, no one was trying to like run past it. They would glance at me because obviously they see this big old camera, but at the same time, it's not the same glance as when you have a phone facing yourself or something like that. It's just a dude, just a guy with a camera, just a photographer. Because I mean, if you think about it, photography has been a job for who knows how long now, since the fucking 1800s when the first actual camera was made. So people don't quite see it the same at all, honestly, like at all. Like if I had the camera pointed at myself or something, which would be very hard to do with that big old Canon. But if I had it pointed at myself, then people would probably be like, ugh, influencer. But when you have it, when it's clearly a professional looking camera, or if it is a phone and you have enough on it that it looks more professional, Because, like, so I've seen people have full-on fucking camera phone rigs. Them joints look insane. But at the same time, you know that person is being dead serious about what they do, and more than likely, that is their setup. People take it much differently. Much, much differently. They don't see you quite as a nuisance. More of a, you know, professional. Well, that's a fairly candid looking pose there. This angle sucks though if we're gonna do it like that. Kind of want it to look like, you know, obviously she doesn't really know. I mean, she knows that the cameraman is there, but once again, like I've been explaining, it's not focus. It's not like, oh, what the heck, this person's got me in their stupid video. That's the biggest thing with photography too, is when someone with a camera, a professional camera, and you see them and you're in their picture, you know a bunch of fucking losers aren't gonna see it from some dang hype beast YouTube channel of some dude who just be recording people just to be a nuisance and be annoying. That's the difference too. You know, and then a whole 10 million people ain't gonna see it correct. And be on some fucking guy's crappy YouTube channel or fucking trash kick stream. It'll more than likely be seen by a couple of hundred, if that person even decides to do anything with it. Because like I said, when I was on the strip, there were very little people, little to no. Well, actually, let me say this properly. Nobody. I didn't see a single person looking like, ugh, what the fuck? Why is his camera pointed in my direction? Not once. And like I said, I'm out there with a big old Canon 5D Mark II. It's big as fuck. You can't miss the dang thing. Honestly, it had me nervous being out there with that big old camera. That camera a little too big. You know what I mean? Of course, me being me, I keep the heater on me. But we on the strip, so I knew nothing realistically was gonna happen. But just in case, you ain't gotta get ready if you stay ready. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I never once got a dirty look from a single person. They know with a camera at that size, this guy's a professional. I'm not 100% a professional, you know what I'm saying? I'm still somewhat amateur. I might be a professional in the digital world, but in the physical world, I'm a little bit of an amateur. I need to put more work in. But they know. They don't see, oh, this fucking vlogger slash kick streamer got me in his trash video or stream. They see, oh, okay, this dude's a professional. He more than likely won't even do anything with the photo. I did a whole bunch of photos when we was on the strip. I only showed y'all a few of them. I gotta re-upload that video. As I was cleaning away videos, I was trying to see what I am and what I'm not and going to keep. There'll probably be much longer compilations though. But what if in this instance we do have the person looking at the camera, because they might be like, I did have a few of those. People who would smile. Problem is I wasn't really out there to do people photography, so I didn't really do much with those. Next time though, I probably will. Because I know a lot of people love street photography, so street photography and street portraits. So I'm definitely gonna be doing that. That's the thing I'm trying to do though. I'm trying to get me some equipment so I can start doing some more real life stuff. There'll be a whole lot more I can do. A lot more videos too. Because I don't always just want to do just the digital sessions. I would love to do some real life stuff. Which, you know, that's literally every photographer in existence. That's kind of the whole point. That's kind of the whole point. I love Cyberpunk to death, but this would be a whole lot easier if it was in real life. Now, granted, even if I had the equipment, it's too hot. I'm not bringing my camera out in this dang 110, 112, 115. Yeah, it was 116 last week. Goodness gracious. The only reason it ain't blazing hot right now because it's been stupid cloudy. Like right now, is there's a big old cloud over us. So instead of 110, it is. Matter of fact, hold on, let's see that real quick. What's the temperature? It is a lovely 109. It is a lovely 109 on this cloudy day. Oh my goodness, we are surrounded by storms. We have an excessive heat warning while surrounded by storms. Ain't that some crap, y'all? So, even if it, you know, even if I did have the equipment to do some stuff out in the open in the real world, that's not happening. It's too hot. I'm not risking my camera. I am not risking my camera. You know what we should do is she has her phone in her hand, yet this pose does not make it look like she's actually looking at her phone. Let's straighten her head out a little bit. Her look down. Oh, I said down. I go down, but her head is going up. Somebody got the little. Somebody got the menu backwards here. Can we fix her eyes though? Will it allow me that? Working. Good. Oh, wrong way. And boom. Now it looks like she is looking down at her phone. That looks up just a tiny bit. I'm wondering though, should we go further back and capture it up close? Because that will also make it look a little bit more realistic too. Oops. On menu. I'm gonna put a light blocker behind. I might have to put a light blocker behind her because the shadow showing up on the wall kind of shows that very clearly a light is being used. I don't really want to see that a light is being used. We just needed it for enhancement. I don't actually want it seen. The problem is I don't know how that's going to affect the actual background behind her. It might make it too dark. Then it'll look unrealistic as she's bright and it's dark. I mean, it'll give us some good contrast, but it might possibly be slightly unrealistic. I almost said slightly different. Might be slightly unrealistic. Oops. Wrong direction. What? Light blocker solid. Well, that ain't solid. Stripes. I don't remember hitting the stripes. What's going on here? Okay, no, that's not bad at all. Good contrast, and it doesn't look too unnatural. It also hides the fact that we are indeed using a light. Because at the end of the day, this is still a video game, so with attempting to get the contrast that we might want is going to be a whole lot harder than if this was, you know, real life. You know, shadows and lighting works exactly the way they're supposed to. In video games, not so much. Even in good old Ray Tracing Ultra, well, no, I can't say that. We're using a lamp. We've enhanced this with a lamp. I can't even say that. It was fine without the lamp. I just wanted better quality on her. But it might not be that bad, so we'll do 2. One with the lamp. Now let me get rid of the lamp. Yeah, see, because then now it looks like that, which it does look more natural. But let me test something here. Not to say that we have to keep the lighting right here, right? My problem is with the way this building is shaped, we ever even see her. Where the fuck my mouse at? I forgot I disabled it. Can't see my mouse, bro. Let me see something real quick. Now it's even darker. See, then that makes the background a little too bright. I don't want the background to be so bright. That's the main foreground, and everything else is the background, but they still kind of sit on each other as well. The exposure and highlights and all that prep. So let me test something out real quick. Oh no, we can't move it from there because I forgot I moved it from here, so. Yeah, see, you still can't even see it. Well, they ain't making too much of a difference. We probably have to have the light directly over her. As you can see, we can only go so far with that. Though that does look pretty natural too. Especially now that we have it where it looks like she's actually looking at her phone. Those two are good though. I think we'll stick with those two. Now let's figure something else out. Okay, actually I just got an idea. I want to attempt here to make it do another style with the candid look. That is, I think I have a pose where she holds the camera up to her face. I think I do. I'm not 100% sure. Or camera. I hold the phone. See, I've been thinking about getting the dang iPhone 4 for a camera. I keep saying camera when I think about phones now. Holds the phone up to her face. Now, some of you are probably thinking, why in the world do you want an old iPhone 4? That good old high-tech but old digital quality. That's why. It gives you some of the best nostalgic looking soft style photos. That would be some of the most perfect things you can put up on a wall or just for general photography. So I got an iPhone 4 on lock. There's a dude on eBay, verified seller, with I would sure hope so with the amount of sales that he got. Holy crap. I think that crap was at like 90,000 reviews, which means his sales is probably triple that. He sells iPhone 4s fresh and brand spanking new out of the box. I don't know if it's just he, but it's them. They sell practically brand new iPhones. So I'm like, hold on, brother. I gotta get me one of them's. Plus the iPhone 4 is just it's a little classic. It's a classic little phone, man. It's a classic little piece. And I'm like, you know what? I would love to get my hands on a little iPhone 4 used for photography. Because of that, I keep mixing the two. I keep calling phones cameras now. I don't want her to look directly at the camera. I want her to kind of like she notices it, but she's not looking directly like 100% at it. But I'm also not feeling the way she's looking downward right now because she look insane. She look a little crazy. Let me see here. Let's darken this back up. Too dark. What I had this 35. About 35 as well. Black and white. Be like a close zoom. So one thing I noticed with a lot of people is when they're doing portraits, they only use low zooms, but you can definitely use high zooms too. Chilling right underneath the danger, high voltage sign. Just now realized that's there. Oops. Lag be having me over scroll plus the busted mouse. I gotta give me a new mouse and keyboard. This mouse and keyboard is so old. Oh, I thought I almost did it again. I gotta be careful though, because I don't... Her legs are kind of clipping. It doesn't look 100% natural. Yeah, she look kind of crazy right there. Hold on, brother. Hold on, brother. We got another issue. She is very clearly not talking to no dang body outside of the fact that obviously she ain't talking to nobody, but that phone doesn't say she on call. That phone don't say she on call at all. It says she's on the main menu. She ain't talking to a dang person. Back up like that. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I like this though. It still looks pretty natural. Because it is very clear that she ain't exactly paying any dang attention to the camera. She is on the fucking side of some dusty buckets underneath a high voltage sign and just be on the phone. Now I ain't no graphic designer, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to make that phone look like she is. Unfortunately, I don't think I do. I thought I did, but I think that was the pose I was thinking of. But at the same time, it wasn't because I don't remember her sitting down. I thought it was one where she was standing up. We might have a slight issue here. See what the heck I'm doing. Unless I go back to the other pose with a different location where we are now. Icon. That might work. Let's see. Where was that? What pose pack was that? Oh, here we go. Let me see. I think there was something where she was standing. Phone. Whatever the one I was using was. We gonna look through these couple of here, and we ain't really gonna need that much. Okay, this one. Because at that point it would just really be like, okay, she noticed the camera. So it still looks quite candid. You just simply noticed the camera. Boom. You know what I'm saying? That happens many a times times a many. Still gives us that good candid look though. Have to carefully place the lamp so it doesn't look too unnatural. The highlight. Too dang bright. I ain't even touch it yet. Oh, okay, I'm almost over the park. No, it really is that dang bright. We ain't even did nothing yet. Back up. Because we don't want to... Does that look too yeah, that looks too unnatural. I want to be able to see her face better though. Not really seeing her face fully. We ain't got no sunlight in here, so it'd probably be perfectly fine to just bring the darkness down. Or, up. This was really just the problem of the sunlight, how bright the sunlight was kind of making it a little distracting. I think the biggest issue though is because of the black and white, we can't see her facial features very well. Or it could just be she's standing in the shadows. I like it though, it's not bad. I don't know if it'll be the one that I use, but it's not bad. Alright, boom, that's it for this character. Disable that, disable the cursor real quick. And snap. Yeah, it's not bad though, I like it. I don't know if it's gonna be the one I'm gonna use, but I do like it. Alrighty, my good peoples. I think we will call it here. Because, I have no clue what I would do for Pakistani V. I thought we was on Pakistani V. No, this is Afghan V. I'll figure something out for her, but that'll be on my own time. Or maybe I'll record it. It'll be her own little solo video. But other than that, my good people, these were some great shots, though. So I can't complain. I can't complain. I put the graphics on Ultra, we lagging more. What the fuck? With that being said, my good folks, this has been... Yeah, you know what? Let me try, like, a few. Let me try. Alright, yeah, folks, I've been thinking for a minute. I ain't really got nothing for her. Yo, this is kind of cool, but they kind of messed it up because when I changed the dang sunlight, it got bright as fuck. Like, bro. Bring it back to where the heck it was. It's actually kind of swaggy. Not really like what I was trying to go for, but I mean, it's also not that bad. You don't need a brr. Actually, let me bring that back down. Let me bring that back down. So, boom, we get at least one thing for her. Oh, something trying to get my eye as usual. Nothing surprising there. Piece of fucking man. Let's see, do something that's more tentative to her face with nothing really in the way. Because there we go. So something more showing of the face and eyes. Do we need to see anything else? I can back up. Like right there, boom. You know what I'm saying? We at least get something. Oh, really? How does it do that? Out of nowhere. I won't be able to use the photo, or not photo mode, but the AMM tools. And controller ain't on. I'm like, why is controller not working? Because it is not on. Get the fuck out of the way, Xbox One controller. Y'all can't see it because it's cut off, but it's down there, all up in my way. Yeah, I ain't really got nothing for her. I mean, I guess this what we're doing right now really isn't that bad. I don't wonder how much better it would look if we were on max graphics, though. I am not on max graphics. We on regular ultra. Hold on, let me see something. It's gonna cause some serious lag. I'm already knowing. Updating my character's skin textures was one of the best things I ever did, bro. You lagging like crazy though. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get this done. I mean, I guess y'all kind of get the idea of what I'm about to do here. The lag is vicious though. Granted, we are dead spank in the middle of the fucking city, so I guess we're gonna have to cut this one slightly short. I'm pretty sure this video is already about an hour any dang way, so we are all good. But I'm not gonna be able to get this done in this condition. Holy crap, we're moving at like 1 frame per 3 seconds right now. Alright folks, make sure you hit that subscribe button, okay? I will have a physical print that will be available for purchase very soon. Of course, I'm not really selling this to you. At the end of the day, it is your prerogative on whether you wish to make the purchase or not. Whether you decide to, don't mean no thing to me. At the end of the day, this is just a little project that I'm deciding to do. You know, you are not obligated to purchase a dang thing. You feel what I'm saying? I ain't one of them type of people who are gonna be sitting here begging for you to, oh guys, make sure you check it out, make sure you this is what I'm doing. This is how I'm goofing. You know what I'm saying? Well, this is a lot more than goofing. I don't know why I said that. But anyways, my good people, make sure you hit that subscribe button. There will be much more photo sessions. Like I said, I'm not going to completely disappear from YouTube. I'm just training my brain not to be so reliant on it, okay? With that being said, I'm out of here.